it's time to stir up some trouble. And by that I mean we're going to go for the worst ending in the game. So first things first, you have to come back to nowhere. This will be a little familiar if you remember the previous time we had to open a higher set of stairs. So basically you move from platform to platform. As usual, I will recommend the bearer here if you want to make it easier and faster on yourself. Now, unlike before, there is no Noth Queen, Seraphim, waiting for you. So you just have to hop that little segment, and here you are.
What was that thing?
Now, Ergo does know what's going on, which is why he's not too enthusiastic to be here. So this is the top floor. You'll notice there's a tomb and a throne room. I'm not going to bother with the tomb or throne room here. The tomb is still locked. It's going to be locked until you talk to Romeo, I believe. There is a weapon to be found back there. I'm trying to remember what it is. I have the bearer use it, I know, but actually it would come in handy for the boss battle here, since you don't have Ergo for it. So first things first, here we are at door number 6. I cut out going back with the Velez seal to see what he was selling. Ultimately, there was nothing of interest. And here's the first part.
This place, it's different from the others. I can feel it.
No strange world around us. No fragments of memory this time.
So right here I'm switching over to Ergo. And basically you just have to approach the pillar there. If you're wondering what that sound effect is, it's casting spells to shoot at us. Kind of rude, I know. It's not a very hospitable host, but what can you do? Now this time I get hit because I'm not sure if Ergo is even fast enough to move from one side to the other. That might be something you need the bearer to do. So if you really wanted to, you could probably just switch between the two characters. In case you're wondering why I have Ergo out here, I figured I'm going to take damage anyway. He has the higher defenses. Here we are. Plus with better key regeneration, he's able to do more of the dash dodging stuff. So we cut it a little close, but worst comes worst, I could've just went to the bearer. You're gonna get kicked out of here in a second, so you can go heal without any worry about your health or anything. You just have to get here.
Ergo?
What?
Stop! Both of you, never go back to that room. Do you understand me?
What was that?
Just do what I say. My power is almost depleted, and I can't take you out again. If you go in there, there will be no happy ending for either of you.
And that's your ominous warning. So right here I'm going to show you the new report that's unlocked. And this tells you a little bit about Ergo Mundus. So if you're not aware, Ergo basically woke up one day with no memories of how he got there, what he is, what have you. So he just roamed the world trying to find his place. And he accepted any challenge with glee. Ultimately, he was sealed away in the book, found his way to the bearer, and you know the rest of the story. But now there are two endings that share the final boss we're going to face right here. For neither of them will we be able to use Ergo, it's going to be the bearer only. And in case you're wondering what that was, you're about to find out. So to break the seals, you have to use the bearer. Now, to notice the difference between the worst ending and the bad ending, Ergo will be talking here during the bad ending. If he's silent, then you're in the worst ending.
This feeling. What's happening? Who are you?
You don't recognize me, little girl? After all the time that we've spent together, I am Ergo Mundus. I am free.
Ergo?
I'm not there anymore. What you hold is just a small vessel with a remnant of my power. The seals are almost broken. I can manifest myself without that book. Do you prefer me with this face? So it's me. It was me all along. I am what the prophecy talked about. I am the end of your world.
Don't joke around, Ergo. It's not too late. We can still fix the seals.
Do you honestly believe that I would go back to that dusty old book? I don't know if you're delusional or simply an idiot. It's time for me to go. Don't stand in my way. You won't win.
I won't let you go. I control your power.
You control a piece of my power. I am that power.
And with that, we have our final boss battle, Ergo Mundus. All things considered, I hold him as a higher tier boss than the actual final boss, or really any of the others in this game. He's probably one of the better fights of the game. The only thing that does suck is he will jump back from time to time just to try to spam projectiles against you instead of this being a really nice fist fight.
I'm becoming tired of this.
So right there, that little dive attack is kind of reminiscent of Nameless's attack. Basically the same thing applies for it in terms of how to dodge it and stuff like that. Right there, he uses his variant of the Dark Dome like Lady will. There's a lot of throwbacks in this fight. But unlike Nameless, Ergo actually has an uppercut going into his move. And if you're wondering what happened right there, we went to the edge of the arena, so Ergo respawns in the middle.
You, better than anyone else, should know that I am absolute.
And of course, the one thing you have to keep in mind here is without Ergo, you do not have access to his buff spells or the link spells that you can use. So you do have to play a little bit accordingly, but there is the claw spam that's similar to what Jiraga uses, if you don't remember that fight. But yeah, once you take Ergo below half health, he spams that move like no tomorrow, which is really friggin' annoying. One thing that also kind of sucks is when you try to close the gap on him, he'll just blink away. Case in point there. That time it was because he was kind of close to the arena border, but still. Unfortunately, his claws do take priority over your ground beam attack. That's why I'm using the air one, in case you're wondering, so I can still deal chip damage to him here and there.
I am Ergo Mundus.
And now, off camera, I did change Barrier's equipment so that she has a mix of physical and magical, because you see I'm doing, well, at least for the first half of the fight, I actually did quite a few physical attacks. And by all means, don't be afraid to use any healing items, because this is a final boss. There's nothing after this that you have to worry about or anything like that. It's just, if you want to keep this ending, you go into New Game Plus. If not, you can just reload and do something else.
You are a fool. You, better than anyone else, should know that I am absolute. Don't try to stop me. I don't want to destroy you.
give me life.
So right here, there's a beam attack coming our way, followed by his version of Arcane Summon. Now, this is the only time I really remember him spamming the spell like that. The other times when I fight him for like a bad ending, he wasn't quite that crazy with the spell.
I'm becoming tired of this.
The good news is, sooner or later, he does start to revert into a physical pattern, which is why I'm kind of exploding here. Now, the one thing to keep in mind is if you look at my key bar, I am pretty much on empty, so I decide to take to the air, use some beam attacks while I wait for my key to replenish. Unfortunately, I didn't use...
This is not enough. Power. I need more power!
Stop! Ergo.
If you don't remember, for Ergo to get his full power, he has to kill the bearer.
I am finally free. After more than 5 centuries, I am whole again. No rules. No restrictions.
What have you done? I was wrong about you. All this time, I was so blind. You are just a monster. We will fight you. The world will rise against you.
Yes, you will. And you will lose.
So if you remember that little text blurb I showed you, Ergo does not turn down any challenges.
This is it. I have everything. I am the most powerful creature in the whole of creation. Everyone will bow before me. I am complete! But then, why do I feel so empty?
And that's your worst ending. So the thought I was trying to complete was that I don't have any key regenerating equipment on the bearer. So basically, to regenerate her key, I just switch over to magic for a little while, and then it replenishes on its own. Just alternate between the two resources, and you should be able to do some respectable DPS. So there actually are quite a few different names here, but I guess the core game was developed by 3 people, according to some note you'll see in a little bit. And here's the list of Kickstarter backers in alphabetical order. So in case you're wondering, yes, a name of mine is to be found somewhere in this list. So, anyone find it? Anyway, they will show us some stats. Right there's the 3 people blurb. And then we'll be going to the bad ending, which I'll talk about when we get there. So you can see Messers destroyed, Wanderers freed, level, and so on. Got all the memories, and that's what counts.